Okay, let's get started. We are here. Let's learn Torah. We are on Lamadalim and Beis. We're going to start from a new Mishnah. And it's really, anyone who's keeping track, which none of us are, this is really the second half of the parak. The first 4.5 blot was the the Dalin Minim. Now we get to Esrik. The Helig Esrik. Yes, Rasuli.
So one ha'ara,
Yeah.
should be asked time, how come each Mishnah is the exact same setup? Why not just put all of the thousands together?
No.
But there's actually a difference that each one had
Of course.
different brought
No.
What's detail that
Yes.
each one had?
So no. So Rabavi's
has a little bit
So,
more.
so Rabbi question was Avada that there's nuances, but there's 4 of them that are the same. So start off with 4, and then
Guzzle,
right.
Vesh,
Irnidachas. Exactly. So it's a good question, but again, I think the answer is, which is really what you're saying also, is that there's no easy way to put them all together. And once there's no easy way, it's just going to make it more confusing. Once it make it more confusing, we have to keep to the theme of simplicity. So here we go. Let's pick it up. Let's just read the Mishnah quickly.
In order, no, wasn't. Didn't we do a das and I didn't do it, but saying a das and we talked about it already before. Then went to a Rav and then went back to a das.
Not really, a little bit. Very good. Meaning, so good. Let's wrap up that point.
Topics came up.
No. The real answer is we did lulav, hadas, arava. Then we did how many of each. That was the last shtickle Gemara. Now we segue from there. Oh, Rabbi Yaakov Gemara's here.
Back to singular.
Exactly. We segue from there back to the Heliga Mishnah.
I would answer it maybe because Esther has the most.
Let's see. Let's get there. Here we go. We're going to read the Mishnah quickly, then we're going to get into the Gemara. So you got Yavish Pas. Now happens to be the bulk of this Mishnah we don't really have clear explanations on, which the Gemara is going to elaborate on. Shal Arla Pasal, Shal Trum Tamei Pasal, Trum Ta'ira Lo Yitol. Vim Natal Kasha, we point out it's interesting. Don't take it, but if you do, it's okay. Shal Damai, Beishame Paislim, Beisel Machshir. Shal Meiser Sheni, Biushalayim Lo Yitol. But if you take it, Vim Natal Kasha. Also chazazis. Now we get to part 2 of the Mishnah, which is a different deformities. Boils al rubai. No, the pitim fell off. Niklaf, it was peeled. Nistak, it was cracked. Nikav, there's a hole, v'chaser kolshu, a critical nikuda. The fact, and that happens to be that v'chaser kolshu is one of the most difficult things in an esrog. Sometimes you'll look at an esrog and it will look, and the question is, wait, is there something missing from there? It looks like there's a blemish. What is the blemish? Sometimes you have a blemish that's just resting on a leaf, resting on a branch. Sometimes the blemish is it's missing a piece. That critical nekuda. And what's a kol shu? A kol shu is anything. One teeny little is fat, which we'll get to. Also, chazaz al miyuta. Now, on the flip side, I'm reading fast because it's a chazara. Baruch Hashem. If a chazaz is, if boils grew al miyuta, or boils, natal uksa, if the tail, the bottom fell out, nikab lo chaser kol shu, whole without missing anything, kash. Esther Gakushi, black puzzle. Yark Karti, green like a leak. Ramir Machshvi the Paisel. Sheer Esther Katan.
Green like a leak.
What does that mean?
Specific.
Good.
We all know many people have green as right.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
The concept of the green is because it's not fully yellow yet.
Let's get there.
Green,
good.
It's green
good.
Like a leak. Maybe this is the second.
the specific green.
Right.
Very good. We're going to get there. We will get there. Mesiyata Dishmaya. Finally, what's the sheer asroi? Got caught on the small size. Remember, goes a walnut. You never kebeya. Ubagado, what's the sheer of the largest size? Kishachas shnayim yadayachas. 2 in one hand. Divi Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yesi Omer. Afilu echav b'shtei yadav 1 and 2 hands. Zokt the Heilige Gemara. Here we go. Tanu Rabbanan. Say the Heilige Rabbanan. Pre-8 hadar. Pre a fruit. 8 of a tree. Hadar, that is beautiful. From here we darshan 8 a tree. Sheta'am, that the taste. Sheta'am, 8soy, the taste of the 8 of the wood. Upiryoy, and the fruit is shaveh, is equal. Heavy oimer, what is this? Ze esroig, that is an esroig. So the Gemara is learning.
It grows on.
Very good. The Gemara is learning that the fact the puzzle is pre-8 hadar shows me the pre and the 8s are equal. That if you want an equation, how do you get an esroig? It's a pre and an 8s that have to be 1. What does that mean? Zakta Gemara. What that means is that the tree and the fruit is equal.
What does that mean? Equal in what?
Oh, so it sounds like it means it equal in taste. Now, what exactly does that mean?
No,
That
but it says taste.
Right,
One of the components.
I only said it sounds like it means that because what exactly does that mean? That the tree of the esrog tastes like the esrog? Very good question, which we're gonna have to get to. Very good question.
I mean,
Erev Tov, Poguses, and Rosenfels. Oh, and interesting. What was the fruit of Eitz Hadas according to one shita? An esrog.
What was it?
Oh, well, maybe we'll circle back around. Circle. Rav David, the pictures were not shy.
Secrets of the Torah.
Should be able to make many more simchas b'siyat d'shemaya. Beautiful simchas. Baruch
Shows the
Hashem.
potential of what the
Baruch
shul could be,
Hashem.
right?
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Heavy Omer is the esrog. Here we go. 2 lines from the top. Ve'ema palpulin asks the Gemara. 1 second. If the whole thing is that you need to have the eights and the pre to be the same, maybe it should be a peppercorn. Ve'ema palpulin should be a pepper. Kedetanya, as we learned in a brisa, you should take on Yom Tif a peppercorn.
Oh.
A peppercorn. Why? Because again, we just defined what is the requirement of an esrog. It's a pre-8 hadar. Says the Gemara Gevaldik. What does that mean? 8, the tree, upri, and the fruit is shava, is equal. Says the Gemara, I'll tell you something so simple. It should be a peppercorn.
Pepper is a fruit?
Apparently it's a fruit. It grows off a tree. Tree makes it a fruit, and the tree tastes the same. Oh, but so let's go. Let's go. Kiditanya. As we learned in a brisa. Hayar Rameir Omer teaches Rameir. Mimash Mashenemar. From the fact that the pasuk says unatatem. From the fact that the pasuk says, and you should. Notea means to plant, which we'll see in a minute what this means. Kol eight, you should plant all trees or any tree. Eini yodeya. Do I not know shehu eats Michael, that it's a tree of food? Now, everyone together, let's just look at the pasuk. You'll have the pasuk on the side of your Gemara, base. It says the pasuk, when you come to Eretz Yisrael, unetatem kol eight, and you plant any tree, unetatem kol eight Michael, and you plant any tree that is food. So says the Gemara, that word Michael is very odd. If it says you plant any tree, and the pasuk continues, "Varlatem arlasai is piryai shalishanim," that for 3 years yelachem yours harilim loyachelu. This is the din of Arla. The first 3 years you cannot eat the fruit. So says the Gemara, what is that word Michael doing? Unetatem kolates. Say, and you plant any tree, and that which it grows you don't eat for 3 years. Lo yiachel. If you're talking about eating it, what is it clearly? It's clearly something you eat. So it's a lush Gemara means any idea. Do I not know? Very good, rhetorical. Shu eats Michael. Matam Oloimer eats Michael. Why does it say that? From the extra words of eats Michael teaches Rameir, 8, referring to a tree. Shetam eat, so you appear Yeshaveh. The extra word Michael comes to include in the din of Arla. That's what we're talking about. A tree that eats the tree and the fruit tastes the same. What is that? Says Rabbi Meir in the Gemara in Brachos. Heavy Oimer, what is that? Zehu palpulin. That is the peppercorn. Lilamedcha. To teach you. What is this coming to teach you? Sheha palpulin chayovin ba'arla. Again, this is a bryce, so we're quoting a bryce here, and as you already could start envisioning, this is going to circle around, be part of our kasha. But says the Gemara, Rameir teaches us, when you come to Eretz Yisrael and you plant something, and this is din of Arli, you don't eat the fruit for 3 years. What is the pasuk teaching you by adding on the word eats Michael? It's a tree that the Michael and the tree taste the same. What is that? That's a palpul, and that's the peppercorn. Lilamedcha, that teaches you shapalpul and chayav and barla, that a peppercorn is chayiv in Arla. And it teaches you something else. Ve'ein Eretz Yisrael chasra klum. And Ve'ein Eretz Yisrael, Aleph Yod, not Eini Yehudi, that'd be weird. Ve'ein Eretz Yisrael, and Eretz Yisrael is not chasra, lacking, klum, anything. It's not lacking anything. Shene Emar, as the pasuk says, lo yisechzar kol ba, that nothing is lacking in it. End of quote of the brisa. End of our question. Asks the Gemara, let's see over the whole question, why do we take an esrog? Because the pasuk says pre-eighth. What does pre-eighths mean? That the pre and the eighths are equal. Says the Gemara, wait, let's do our scan through Shas. We don't have to go very far. It's a Gemara in Brachos. And Rameir teaches, you know what a pre-eighths is? You know what something that the pre and the eighths is the same? Palpulin. So ask the Gemara, why are you telling me pre-eighths is an esrog? Say it's a palpulin. And now the way we proved it, Kiditanya, that's a very critical word, that chaf, Kiditanya on the third line is like we learned in a brisa. Like we learned in a brisa is proving that the palpulin is an entity, that the eights and the pre is the same. From the fact that we see the pasuk teaches us, Rameir teaches us regarding Arla, that din. Answers the Gemara. L'sech Ba answers the Gemara question. Hasa answers the Gemara. Mishum deloy efsher. Over there, it's because it's not possible. Deloy efsher. What does that mean?
Not possible to call for the pep.
Let's see. Heichi ne'evad. What should you do? Nindkoit chada. You should take one peppercorn. Loy minkara. It will not be recognizable. Minkar means to be recognizable. Loy minkira, it will not be recognizable. Lekichasa, you're taking. You have this little peppercorn in your hand with your lulav, yidasim, and aravais. You're not going to even be able to see that little peppercorn. Says the Gemara. So what are you going to answer me? Linkoi trey. Let's take 2 peppercorns. Oy tlasa, or 3 peppercorns. Says the Gemara. That can't be. Now, in your Gemara, you have the word echad in parentheses, right?
No, me.
What do you have?
Echad.
No parentheses?
No.
Okay, good, gewaltig. Okay, let's just leave it at that. My Gemara is in parentheses, but it's fine. Says the answers Gemara. Okay, a little bit. Let's just get the reading straight because you get confused with 3 and tlasa 2, 3 echad. Again, loy min kara lekichasa. So the asks the Gemara nin koi trey take 2 oy tlasa or 3. Answers the Gemara. Echad Amar Rachmana. 1 says the Torah. V'loi shnayim ushleisha peiros, and not 2 or 3 fruits. Hilkach. Hilkach. Very good. What are you pointing out? Sorry, what are you pointing out?
Singular.
Meaning that what do you
Say even more. That's only 1.
It doesn't actually say echad. You're saying the same thing. Very good. No. Good. I wanted something to speak out. Beautiful. Pasuk l'kachlim pre doesn't say echad, but the Gemara is saying.
In this case, you would, if you were taking a peppercorn, 1 wouldn't be
Good. And 2 or 3 can't be.
Say it has to be recognizable.
That's a very good point. Wait, I want to get back to that in 1 second.
Small circum too.
1 second. Let's just finish reading the line of Gemara. We're going to get back to everything everyone's saying. Hilkach loy efsher. Therefore, it's not possible. Period. End of the Gemara. Hilkach loy efsher. Period. Good.
You have a picture of the peppercorn?
Now the Olam here is asking, where do we see a condition that has to be recognizable?
Before.
Mechatesi. The pasuk says pre-etzader.
Double toss over the Gemara says before.
The pasuk says look them, and you should take it.
No.
Who told you?
The size of a walnut.
Good.
Who said a peppercorn can't be the size of a walnut?
Again. They're saying you're going to the chicken before the egg before the chicken. The Mishnah in Harami says the size, but we're learning out the source. And the Gemara says, wait, maybe it should be a peppercorn. And the Gemara's teretz is it can't be. Why? Because you don't going to see it. Why is that a reason? It sounds almost like, as Rav Yaakov points out, wait, if I have this little asterisk and I got a big hand, can't see my asterisk. Why? Maybe there should be a new din. You have to see the asterisk. Where does that come from? So Mayurdik question.
It's not one of the boards.
Yeah. It's a Mayurdik question. I don't have an answer. It's a wonderful question. All Rashi says, by mikra likichasa, Yeah, but where does that say minkar? Say minkar.
It's like a
you
new
can see it.
that they're bringing into the.
Yeah. No. I like that.
That you can see it. The lakafta,
Again.
and that's why we need the
All
tefach,
saying
you can
beautiful
shake it.
Torah. I just don't know where the Gemara knows it from, which is your question.
You see by the hadassim with the berries,
Yeah.
colors, it matters what people can
Oh, that matters. It has to be an entity. So good. So it's surely beautiful. If the Gemara would have answered, state in Torah hadar, says in the pasuk it has to be a hadar, and you can't call something beautiful if you don't see it. I'd agree with you. The Gemara doesn't say that. Now maybe that's you want to say that. The
Maybe
Gemara
that's their
says.
mind.
The Gemara says something very simple.
I'm saying about the
Very good. I think where you're coming from is the Gemara taught us ulekachton is lekicha tama. So we complete lekicha. That's what we said before. You can't take one or two. So you want to say an offshoot of that is you have to see it. Again, I'm not arguing with anything everyone's saying. I like everything everyone's saying, but the Gemara leaves it open ended. The Gemara
No, but
just
they're
says
bringing a proof in the Gemara why.
the Gemara is the source. You're the next step. Where does the Mishnah know that from? Mechatesi, it has to be an egg. You know the Mechatesi guy? Mechatesi, where do you know from? That's what they're asking, because the Gemara comes along and the Gemara suggests, wait, let it be a peppercorn. The Gemara doesn't answer, wait, it has to be a certain size, because you can't do that. It's not fair. We're trying to find the size. The Gemara says, it's not recognizable. It's a wonderful question. I like the question. I don't have an answer. I do, Amir Tashem, I will look it up. I will spend a few minutes tonight or tomorrow looking it up, but at the moment, I don't have an answer. Says the Gemara,
Rabbi.
Yeah. No, I'm just debating if we should pause here. Yeah. Let's stop here. Let's keep Chazar strong. Less is more, as they say. Let's stop here, and Amir Tashem will pick up from here. B'siyat Shemaya tomorrow night. Shkech Rav Avi and Rav Shagi. Good night.